the worst time I have ever waitressed in my entire life.
To their stories.
Hi guys, I'm going to be telling you guys today about the 3 worst times I've ever served. Now, just for context, I have been a waitress for about 7 years now. So one of the worst times I've ever waitressed was when I was working at this place. It was a sushi place. I was literally assaulted at work by another girl. I don't know what this girl's problem was. She wouldn't leave me alone. But one day I was trying to walk by, trying to get out of her way. And she got closer and closer to me where I was like kind of stuck. It's a small pathway, but I was kind of stuck in between the booths. She shoved me so hard.
The girls are fighting! No!
Literally felt like I was just punched in the chest.
What?
I went to the manager, but unfortunately that day we had like a substitute manager. Basically it was like our manager had called off, wasn't going to be able to make it in tonight, so there was a different manager there that usually doesn't work there. So this other manager was there covering the store that night. When I go to tell him like about what's going on, he doesn't understand the past like context and drama that has gone on with me and this girl. So as soon as she shoves me like hard as hell, it felt like a punch.
You really are an annoying prick!
I immediately go to the manager. After I catch him up on all the context, she's like, are you serious right now? Are you serious? You didn't try to get out of my way either. And I'm like, yes, I did. I literally had no room to get out of your way whatsoever. I was stuck in between the booths. There wasn't enough room for me to get any closer. I would have literally fell inside the booth. And I was not going to fall inside a booth to get out of this bitch's way. She's so rude. Just like a ton of drama. The next day when our other manager came by, I had a conversation with him and I was like, hey, I do kind of want to go to HR about this. He made it seem like I was basically insane. It was obvious like they didn't care at all. I didn't end up staying at that job for too long. It was just like a shit show of a place to work. The second worst time I've ever served was when I was probably about 18 or 19 years old. So one day I was serving. I've never done any hard drugs like cocaine, meth, heroin, none of that. I was serving a guy and like an older woman. Just like, hi guys, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing good. And he just kind of like gives me this really weird look. Okay. And he just kind of waits a minute and he's like, yeah. So he tells me his drink. I leave. About 3 minutes later, my manager comes to me and is like, hey, is everything okay? I'm like, yeah, why? What's going on? I just really loved being hospitable, being happy, being really positive, being energetic. I was just kind of like putting on that energy for him. But apparently it was like so much of a problem for him. He thought that I was high off cocaine and demanded that he had a new server, which was kind of insane. What also made that situation so crazy is I had to continue serving people. I had to serve a table right next to him. And everybody was just very confused as to why this guy thought I was on drugs. I was 100% completely sober. Still hurt my feelings for that because I wasn't on cocaine. Now, this next story is really fucking crazy. This is by far the worst time I have ever waitressed in my entire life. I was at this like family-owned business. They had these outside tables. I was serving a group of 3 ladies outside. I'm having a blast, and then all of a sudden, I feel somebody smack my ass so unbelievably hard that I almost fall over. Not even just like a light tap, a full force smack. It physically almost put me to my knees. I immediately turn around and this guy is just like, have a great day, sweetheart. He's just this like 6'2", big, buff, muscular meathead. I just stood there in like complete shock because I didn't quite know what to do. And the ladies kind of giggled at first and I just started crying and they were like, holy shit, we thought you knew him. I was super upset. So I immediately go back inside and I talk to my manager. Do you have any cameras outside? I kind of like want to get footage of this. I kind of want to do something about it. And he's just like, yeah, sorry, we don't have cameras out front. And I was like, oh dang, like don't you think it's just like kind of important if you have like surveillance, you know, in case stuff like that does happen? And he's like, yeah, well, we can't afford it. So energy was super weird and I was super confused. I ended up finishing out the rest of my week there. I had like 2 other days that I was scheduled. Every week the manager texts you the schedule. He never texted me, so I reached out. Do you have my schedule for the week? No answer. I'm like, hey, am I still working here? Question mark. No answer. I was just completely ghosted for being sexually assaulted at work. Are humans real? Hello? But yeah, those are my 3 crazy story times. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you guys have ever worked in the service industry, ever did waitressing, retail, let me know in the comments what the craziest experience you ever went through with a customer is. I would love to know. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys all have a great day. Bye!